Hi guys. So as you all know that just a couple of days ago, you know, we lost one of our greatest legends of India, who is Mr. the late Mr. Ratan Tata ji. So basically, as all of us know, uh, Mr. Ratan Tata ji, he was the owner of Tata company, and I mean, I'm sure all of you know uh, what a great success is the Tata company. Whenever we go to foreign countries, whenever we talk about India's biggest multinational companies, the one the one big name which always comes out is Tata. The Tata company is one of those multinational companies of India, you know, which has really shined all over the world, and which is shining all over the world, and I'm sure which will continue to shine all over the world. So the reason why I'm making this video is I just want to say that, you know, see, death is something in life which we all have to deal with one or the other day. I mean, I mean, of course, no one likes it, but this is how, this is what life is. This is what nature is. We have to deal with death, and I know it is not something very pleasant. I know it is really a painful thing, and I can totally understand what the family members of Mr. Ratan Tata ji are going through right now. So please please pray for the family members of Mr. Ratan Tata ji, and please pray that his family members receive strength, and that and may we always keep Mr. Ratan Tata ji in our thoughts. Okay, see what he has done. It is not only about his personal success. Okay, whatever success Tata has achieved today, it is not just an individual success. He has also brought great name. He has brought big name and fame, not only to himself. I'm talking about Mr. Ratan Tata ji. He has brought big name and fame not only to himself, but to our entire country. Our whole country of India will always remember him for what he has contributed to our country. And he and I'm sure he had a very great contribution even to the entire economy of India, because Tata being one of the biggest companies in India, and even in the world. I'm sure uh, you know the Tata company has contributed a very significant amount even to our Indian economy, and to our Indian GDP. So what I'm trying to tell you is, see, uh, in um in every country, and especially in our country India, there are lots and lots of great people. See, whether whether or not uh, you know irrespective to how great a human being is, we all have to face death one day. But one more thing we need to remember is, this death, it's only for our body and not for our soul. So what I'm trying to tell you is, okay, so see, the reason I'm not smiling in this video, because of course, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, I'm not going to smile in this video, because I'm talking about the late Mr. Ratan Tata's. I'm talking about the late Mr. Ratan Tata, Mr. Ratan Tata ji's passing. So even, like, initially when I just got the news, I was actually very shocked. So, and even, like, recently I was actually reading about Mr. Ratan Tata ji. Even as a person, as an individual, he was a very nice man. He was a he had a very amazing personality, and he hardly had any haters, unlike many other big successful people, Mr. Ratan Tata ji, though being one of the most successful man in the world, though being one of the most successful man in India and in the world, I don't think he had any haters. I mean, like, that I was reading one news about him. Someone had mentioned that Mr. Ratan Tata ji was the only person so far till date who has zero haters. I mean, like, I hope this is true. Okay, I really hope this is true. But this is what I read. Okay, I was just like, checking, reviews about Mr. Ratan Tata ji on the internet, and someone had mentioned that, he was the only great person so far who has had no haters in his life. Because, see, because generally, like, that, whenever someone becomes successful, whenever someone becomes, like, very wealthy, and, whenever someone earns big name, fame and money, along with lot of people who love them, they will also have many haters as well. But as far as I have done my research, and, as far as I have read on the internet, Mr. Ratan Tata ji was the only one, even though being very successful, even though, having massive amount of wealth, and, having massive amount of wealth and a very luxurious lifestyle, so far, he was the only one who has ever had no haters in his life. So by this you can imagine how nice he was as a person. And also, like, that as I was reading about him, I also came to know that, even like, uh, whenever he used to speak to his employees in his company, in his Tata company, whenever he would speak to his employees, he would be like, very nice to them. He would treat his employees very nicely, and, his employees considered him, like, I mean, just to make you understand, I'll tell you in one sentence. The way Mr. Ratan Tata ji would treat his employees was just like, that he would treat all his employees as if they were his own family members. Like, for example, in your own house, okay, in your inside your own home, how nicely will you treat your own brother, your sister, and, how nicely will you treat your own family members and relatives. So basically, just like how wonderful, amazing and nice he was with his family members, the same way he would even treat his employees at work as well. So, like, even all his employees, who were working for him, I mean, like, they all had tons and tons of respect for Mr. Ratan Tata ji, because of his wonderful personality, and because of his good nature as a person, as an individual. Not only is he a good successful businessman, but even as an individual, he was a very nice man, and, he was a very, uh, I mean, I don't know what good word to use, but, a very great personality overall. And, and after hearing this news, I mean, I am myself quite shocked, and, it is kind of like little bit of, not little bit, I'm sorry, not little bit, it was in fact very much painful to know this fact that he has passed away. And just imagine, even for me also, if like, I'm myself feeling, uh, uh, me, I'm myself feeling the pain in my heart to a certain extent. But you can imagine what is the pain his family members and his employees, and, all his staff in his company, you can imagine what kind of pain they will be going through right now. So all I want to say is, uh, Mr. Ratan Tata ji is one of the biggest legends of our country, a great man, a great businessman. And not only was he very rich in money, along with being rich in money, he was a person who was very rich in his thoughts, and also he was a person who had a very rich heart. He was a person he was a person uh, who had a very rich heart, a very loving and a caring heart, not only for his family members but for all his employees and for everyone generally. Okay, so as I told you, he would treat all his employees as nicely and lovingly as he would treat his own family members. So I can totally understand, and all those people who are like all his loved ones, all those people who are very close to him, I can totally understand the pain you're going through right now. So I just want to tell all of you, okay, so please let's pray for Mr. Ratan. So please let's all pray for Mr. Ratan Tata ji's family members, that they receive strength, okay, that they receive strength and confidence, you know and that like in Hindi we say, हाँ, मतलब उनका उनका जो परिवार वालों को सबको समाधान मिले. Let them, I mean, just try to give emotional support, and let's try to give a lot of moral support for his family members. And of course, last but not the least, let's also pray that Mr. Ratan Tata ji's soul rest in peace. Okay, so he was a very great man, and our country will never forget him. Okay, today, tomorrow, day after, and ever after, this country will always remember for what he has done, for what he has accomplished, for what not only for what he has achieved for himself, and for what he has contributed to this nation. So whenever we talk about, as I told you, or one more time I'm telling you, whenever we go to foreign countries and talk about big Indian companies, one name which always comes out is Tata. So so Tata, not only has he provided lot of jobs, okay, this Tata company has not only the Tata company has not only provided jobs for many people in India, but the Tata company has also provided lots of jobs to people in many foreign countries, including US, UK, and Australia, and name it. You name the countries, over 100 countries. So in all these countries, wherever the Tata company has provided jobs and employment for people, the main credit goes to Mr. Ratan Tata ji. Okay, so I'll just tell you one more time. Please listen carefully. See, the Tata company, which exists in more than 100 countries, and it has provided lots of jobs and employment for people in all these countries. So in all these countries, wherever the Tata company has provided jobs and employment for the people of those countries, for all that, the main credit will always go to Mr. Ratan Tata ji, because he was the owner of Tata. So that's it, guys. So before I end this video, I will just say, all of you, please pray that his family members receive strength. May God bless them. And even please pray that may God bless the soul of Mr. Ratan Tata ji. And please let's pray that Mr. Ratan Tata ji's soul rest in peace. Okay, so that's it. So Mr. Ratan Tata ji, we will always remember you. This entire nation will always admire you, adore you, and salute you. Okay, we as Indians, we completely salute you for what you have contributed to the Indian economy, and for shining the name of India in India and even abroad. So that's it, guys. So now I'll just complete this video. But before I complete this video, I will just say my prayers. Okay, I will say my mantras. Okay, for Mr. Ratan Tata ji's soul to rest in peace, and even for his family members to receive strength and emotional support. Okay, so that's it, guys. So I'll just pray for him. Okay, Namo Arahantanam नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो उवज्जायाणं नमो लोये सवसाहूणम् एसो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सौवपावपणासनो मङ्गलानञ्च सर्वेसिं पडमं हवै मङ्गलम् चत्तारि मङ्गलम् अरहन्ता मङ्गलं सिद्धा मङ्गलं साहू मङ्गलं केवलिपण्णत्तो दम्मो मङ्गलं चत्तारिलो गुत्तम अरहन्तालो गुत्तम सिद्धालो गुत्तम साहूलो गुत्तम केवलिपण्णत्तो दम्मोलो गुत्तमो चत्तारि शरणं पवज्जामि अरहन्ते शरणं पवज्जामि सिद्धे शरणं पवज्जामि साहू शरणं पवज्जामि केवलिपण्णत्तं दम्मं शरणं पवज्जामि. Okay guys, so thank you for watching, and please guys, please pray and give emotional and moral support to all the family members of Mr. Ratan Tata ji, and please pray to God that Mr. Ratan Tata ji's soul rest in peace. Okay, so one last time, my I give my deepest respect, honor. Okay, I give my deepest respect, honor, and a big salute to whatever great things Mr. Ratan Tata ji has done, both for himself, for his family, and for our country especially. So thank you very much. May God bless Mr. Ratan Tata ji's soul, and thank you very much. Jai Jinendra.